Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Alex. I'm 28 years old. This is my first ever time posting on YouTube. So, hi. I'm kind of spontaneously making this video because I've had a lot of things weighing on my mind lately, and I just need to talk about it and get it off my chest and just. I don't know. I'm interested to see if anyone out there has had similar experiences to mine, or if anyone has any advice for me or anything. Like, all things considered, like, this 28th year of my life has been the best year of my life since college, at least. Um, from a progression standpoint, I recently, in the past few months, bought a house, moved out of my parents' home, and that was a huge step in my life. I am so much more responsible now, way more independent with my responsible with my time, and way more independent. Um, I feel like I graduated college at 22, and I I would work, and then on my days off or when I got home from work, I would go up to my bedroom in my parents' house, and I would play video games or watch TV. And I did that for like 5 years straight. I wouldn't do much of anything. Like, if a friend asked me to do something, I would do it. Like, hey, do you want to go to the bar? I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll go to the bar. I'll do that. But I was kind of just shut in for the last like 5 years. And it's changed a lot since moving out. Really trying to put myself out there more now that I'm no longer living with my parents. But I don't know. Despite all those good things that have happened this year, there's still one thing in my life that just weighs on me and drags me down. And it's the fact that I'm 28 years old and I've never been on a date, never had a relationship, uh, never. I'm a virgin. And I have never kissed a girl except one time during Spin the Bottle. And I don't really count it. I mean, you can count it if you want, but it's a game. And it wasn't like, oh, I like you, you like me, I'm going to kiss you. It was I spun the bottle, it landed on her, and I kissed her. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like a authentic kiss. It was a quick peck. I understand it's more than a lot of. Well, not a lot. That's more than some guys I know have. Some guys I know are in their 30s and they've never even kissed anyone, even like that, before. So I can't be too upset about that. But I don't know. It's just like, I think living alone has given my mind time to like think about stuff. And that's the one thing that's just like bugging me right now. I feel a lot lonelier, like being the only person in this house, I guess. That's probably what part of it is. I have this feeling of loneliness in a way that I haven't felt lonely before because I've always lived with somebody else. I've never lived like just by myself before. And it's different. Not used to it. But I don't know. I guess I can give a quick background on how I got to here without dating anyone. When I was in elementary school and middle school and high school, I think I had a fear of just dating in general. or a fear of being in a relationship, if that makes sense. It was like, to explain it a little bit better, if a girl liked me and I thought she was cute, I would have said no as a kid because I was afraid of dating. Not afraid of rejection because she asked me and she liked me, but I would say no because I was afraid of just dating in general. Anybody. I was afraid of dating anybody. Like, to give you a good example, when I was probably 8 or 9, sitting on the school bus going home from school, I got passed the note by the girl sitting next to me. And the note said something like, "Do you want to go on a date?" Right? Y or N. And I told her no. I circled the N and passed it back to her and told her no. And I remember thinking that she was cute at the time. And in my mind, I'm like, why in the world did I say no? Why didn't I just circle the Y? And I'm thinking, like reflecting on that stuff, I oftentimes wonder, like, how different would my life be if I had just circled the Y? Because I think it's like I think at the time I was afraid of dating, but if I had just done it, the fear would have gone away instantly. And I would have never had that fear to begin with. And I wouldn't be sitting here 20 years later saying, I've never been on a date before, never been in a relationship. Like, that one little circle is like a butterfly effect for the rest of my life up to this point. Just circling the N instead of the Y. It's so strange to think about like that, but honestly, it's probably true. If I had just circled the Y, moved 1 inch over, and circled the Y, my life would probably be way different than it is now. And like I said, I don't even know why I had that fear to begin with. I don't know where it came from. Um, it's gone now. I don't have that fear anymore. Um, it went away sometime during college. But the problem is, when you're in college and you're 19 or 20 and you're like, oh, I want to be in a relationship now. I'm not afraid of doing that anymore. And then you realize, oh, I'm 20 or 21 or, whatever, and I haven't kissed a girl or been on a date before. You just start to get insecure about it and, like, almost embarrassed. Like, you feel like everyone around you has done it because everyone had. Like, I would literally, like, look around and be like, okay, that person's dated, that person dated, that person's dated. I was the only one that hadn't in my entire friend group. I was the only one that had never been on a date before. And I kept thinking in my head, like, I'm not, because I hadn't dated before, I wasn't deserving of getting a girlfriend because I'd never had one. If that makes sense. It was weird. It was something I was just telling myself in my head. And it obviously wasn't true. There were a few times in college where I was, someone made moves on me, or I was asked out. It just didn't work out. The one time, it was a girl that was my roommate's, like, crush for like 20 years. Like, he had liked her for like 20 years. And she made a move on me. And I found out she liked me. But the problem is, my roommate has a huge crush on her. And I'm not gonna pursue that when I'm living with the guy that really likes her. Like, it just would seem like so shitty of me, would it not? I don't know. Maybe I was being too nice at the time, but I'm not gonna start dating my roommate's crush. It's just not okay to me. And he was my buddy too. Like, he was my friend, so I wasn't gonna do that. But I think 21 was when I had my first kiss. It was definitely 21. I was 21 years old. And my roommate had invited three women over, and the one wanted to place me in the bottle, and everyone was like, "Yeah, let's do it," and we did, and I ended up kissing her that night, and that was my first actual kiss, technical kiss, on the lips was that night, and I never even told her. I never told her that she was my first kiss. I was too embarrassed to let her know, like, hey, that's, by the way, you're my first kiss. Like I was like super. I mean, I'm a shy guy. I am shy. Always have been soft spoken, and I don't know. I was embarrassed by it. The one time that I think I came closest to getting a girlfriend happened when I was 22, senior year of college. There was this party that my roommate at the time was having, and this girl opened up my bedroom door because I was in my bedroom watching a movie. I'm not one for parties, so I had just been sitting in my bedroom on my bed watching Lord of the Rings of all movies. And this girl opens up my bedroom door and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, thought this was the bathroom, you know." And she saw I was watching a movie and she's like, "What are you watching?" And I told her, and she's like, "Oh, I love Lord of the Rings." And she asked if she could watch it with me. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I scooched over and she uh, sat down next to me. And I want to say about half an hour into the movie, she brushed her fingers against mine and started holding my hand. And I had no idea what to do. I felt so clueless. Like, I was like, I didn't know. I had never done anything like that before. And I kind of just sat there, and I think I put my arm around her at one point, and we just sat there for like maybe half an hour or so, like that. And then she got up and left, right? And obviously, she was waiting for me to make a move, and I didn't because I'm stupid. And she left. Yeah, that's that. But I graduated college not too long after that. Became a boss, and where I work, every single person I see at work on a daily basis is an employee of mine. So I like there's nobody I work with that's in my dating pool. I can't meet people at work. I'm their boss. You can't date your employees. So there's nobody at work that I can meet and get to know and go on dates with. It's just not allowed. It's not professional. So, like, finding somebody at work is out of the question. I have to put myself out there and find other places to go. And I have no idea where to look. I am clueless when it comes to finding places to meet people besides bars. I know you can meet people at bars. You know. Sorry, my throat's dry. But I don't know. Now that I'm 28, like every year that goes by, it gets more and more embarrassing. It feels like that I haven't been in a relationship and sucks more and more and more. And the more time goes by, the more likely it feels that I'm just never going to be in a relationship ever in my life. Never going to find anybody, never going to be loved, never going to love somebody else. It just feels like every year that goes by, that just gets more and more likely. And it sucks. I ain't gonna lie, it does not feel good. But I don't know. That's pretty much it. I can go into more details about some of the stories if you want in later videos, but for now I think I'm gonna end this one. Alright. Later.